Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Howdy.
Thank you for tuning in to the Histcast.
Yeah.
The
Histcast.
Histercast?
No,
The
Histcast.
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 Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Histcast.
Yeah.
See, what we do here on the Histcast is we talk about all kinds of topics that we find on Wikipedia using the random article button. And if it's a topic that you all know, then we might, talk about it for a little bit.
You should know it.
Yeah,
You definitely know
let's
it.
start with the our first article here, which is the Battle of the Battle of Stockach.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just start by reading about it. So the Battle of Stockach and Engen, of course. I mean, we all know this battle. We're all
we're all
Right,
just-
right,
I mean,
of course.
we all know what we're talking about. It was fought on 3rd of May 1800. I mean, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's between
Basic info.
the French First Republic under Jean Victor and the army of Austria.
Yeah.
Led by
They faced
Paul.
each other across the Rhine.
Led by
Correction,
Paul
it
Cray.
was Habsburg, Austria.
Well, I mean, it's the same. Well, I mean, if you're talking about any battle in 1800, you gotta know that it's the Habsburg.
Oh, yeah,
monarchy.
fair enough.
I mean, it's a given, basically.
Yeah.
But anyway, the fighting near Engen resulted in a stalemate with heavy losses on both sides. So, I mean, yeah, we know this is a stalemate battle. I mean, we know this at this point.
Yeah. This is a fairly studied battle.
I mean, yeah, but we'll just go over it for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, in case anyone wants to get into historyology.
So, basically, Feldzugmeister Paul Cray led approximately, 120,000 troops.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about Paul Cray was he only had one arm and one leg and one eye, and he managed to lead his whole army like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem that surprising because we talk about this like every day, but
I mean,
it's still kind of
I'm just mentioning
crazy.
it. I'm just and
it's worth mentioning.
Yeah,
I mean, this battle is like the most popular thing ever. But I mean, I guess you got to start with things that some people know.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna get more in depth, unheard of battles later
Next week.
Yeah.
We're starting with
Stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe like next week.
Excuse
me,
pardon me if this is well known in academia. I was self-taught.
I mean,
but
all right.
Fun fact: Lord Voldemort, it appears, was actually in this battle. Here it says, Claude captured Stockach from his Austrian defenders, latter commanded by Joseph, Prince of Voldemort.
Of
Yeah,
course.
well, I mean, that's what J.K. Rowling based Voldemort. Yeah.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this battle is just a classic stalemate battle. I mean, when you think of stalemate battle, this should be the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah. It's basically synonymous with stalemate at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about this all the time.
I said this like 12 times yesterday, but this is the definition of a stalemate battle right here.
Certainly.
So let's look at the what Wikipedia says about the plans here. I mean, I may have to do some editing midway through because they probably,
They probably messed
messed.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't really know as much as us. So I mean, you got to correct them.
Yeah, let's just kind of look at it and fact check.
I think the planning of this battle, as well as it's reviewed in high school and college courses, it's not really well understood.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, they should really just. I've been trying to get them to make like textbooks just for this battle, and so far, I've gotten no response from any publishing company.
Yeah, people really underestimate the importance of this.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so if we look at some of the plans here, we can see that It looks like they got this information pretty right. I mean, I'm not seeing any discrepancies here.
Let's see. Commanded the 25,000 troops.
I mean, that's the basic numbers that you learn, isn't it?
Which included the yeah. I mean, they could be a little more accurate. The information is there, but 25,000 troops is a good estimate.
They could go more into depths about how Cray had no left side of his body because it was cut off by a sword,
just torn off.
Yeah, torn off. Yeah, but I mean everything.
He was all right. He still fought in the battle.
Now, actually, I'm gonna edit that so it says that.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
All right. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay. I just edited it.
Let's see. Unwisely, Cray set up his main magazine at Stockach. Only a day's march from French-held Switzerland.
Yeah. They're accurate there. I mean,
they got that one. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, and then it just talks about, all the gunners and cavalry and infantry and stuff, and it just talks about, the field work in there. This is really the heart of the article, but I don't want to go over something that people have heard 1,000 times. So,
yeah, we've all heard it from ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, God, yeah. So let me just start reading from the French Army tab.
That's sure. That's the real part of it.
This is the stuff that people want to hear, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the march, Bonaparte ordered Moreau to form his army into all army corps. Accordingly, by 20th March, there were 4 corps, with the last one serving as an army reserve. The right wing was led by Lercope, and included the 4 divisions, led by generals of division Dominic Vadam, Joseph Heli Desire, Periquet de Montectard, Jean Thomas Gloom Lorge, and Etienne Mary Antoine Champion de Nansoti. So that's, I mean, who would have known that Joseph and Jean Thomas got along? I thought they hated each other.
Yeah.
Well, besides us, of course, we knew that.
And I also want to commend you
that's a fun fact.
On getting the pronunciations correctly, because I see often, even in academia, that a lot of people pronounce these names incorrectly.
They just try to overthink it, and it ends up coming out all wrong.
Right.
It's
not that hard to pronounce, French names. I mean, the left wing, commanded by General Division, Giles Joseph Martin Bruntieu Saint Suzanne.
Yeah, that's it. You always had some problems with
just let it flow.
Pronunciation, but you got it better recently. I commend you for it.
Consisted of 4 divisions under generals of division: Claude Sylvestre Claude, Joseph Soham, Claude Just Alexander Legrand, and Henry Francois de la
that's another thing about the French. There's a lot of Claudes and a lot of Colads as well, and you got to keep them straight.
I mean, you get multiple Claudes in one name.
Yeah, I don't know why they.
Claude Sylvestre Claude.
Again, we were just talking about this for the last. I think we've talked about this for the last 5 days in a row at work. I mean, it's getting fucking annoying. It's getting on my nerves actually. I need to take a fucking break.
Yeah.
Well, we can't take a break.
Yeah,
right
no,
we gotta go through our daily readings. So Claude left exactly 2,740 infantry, as we all know. Actually, they forgot the last significant figure there, but we could edit that later. Mm-hmm. It's not that important. Then 981 cavalry. That's right. So Soham had of course,
actually I believe
687.
It was 979.
You said that yesterday.
Did I?
You just fucking said that yesterday.
Yeah, we kind of gave you the two names of the people left out in that teaching.
Every day is like on repeat.
But both their names had Claude in them. So anyway, Soham had I already said that, infantry, and then 1,394 cavalry. Legrand counted 5,286 infantry and 1,094 cavalry, and de la Borde supervised 2,573 infantry, I believe.
This article,
286 cavalry.
It's pissing me off now. I fucking hate it. Can we like change articles?
We don't have much farther. I think we can do it.
You know,
I mean,
this battle is just, you know, so significant. We could try finding another one. I mean, maybe more battles involving Austria. You know, stuff everyone talks about, like the Battle of Byczyna. You guys know that battle? We talk about it every other day, basically. Every other day. So it's not quite as important, but it's still pretty significant. The Battle of Byczyna. So the Battle of Byczyna, or the Battle of Piszczyn, German is also Piszczyn, Polish is Byczyna. I already said that. It was the deciding battle of the 1587 to 1588 War of the Polish Succession, as we talk about every other day. Of course. It erupted after two rival candidates were elected to the Polish throne. You know, both had armies of about 6,000, divided roughly into half infantry and half cavalry. Let's talk about the background. I mean, we all know Stanislaw Karnkowski, and Zabrowski family. You know, the Zamoyski and the Karnkowski.
Right. Yeah.
Anna Jagiellon.
Zelwiski. Don't forget the Zelwiski.
Yeah, and the Kazetchowa.
Yeah. And the Hetman.
Celestia.
Great crown Hetman. Yeah.
You know, we talk about this every other day.
I don't think... Okay, we don't... I mean, I think the viewers know by this point that, you know... they know what we do. Mm-hmm. Which is to say that...
Yeah.
They know
they know
we talk about this a lot. But, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting about this battle is... even though the Polish and Lithuanians had 500 less troops, they still managed to pull it off. And I mean, 500 troops.
Yeah, gotta give it to
troops is quite a lot when you're only dealing with, you know, in the low thousands.
Right. And you know,
and of course,
give it to the supporters of the battle.
I mean, yeah.
Kazarowski,
a poet.
Often when you hear this battle, you often hear it alongside Krakow.
Yeah.
When people talk about this battle.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
I don't think
we talk about that
I don't
too.
think Krakow is even on the level of how decisive this battle was.
Yeah, I mean, it took place between October 14th and November 29th of 1587. That was pretty. If you're gonna have a decisive battle, that's basically the range to have it. That was perfect timing for such a decisive battle.
Right.
I mean, but going back to the Battle of Byczyna,
after the contested Polish-Lithuanian royal election.
Yeah.
Of course.
But going back to the Battle of Byczyna, I think the main reason, the Polish-Lithuanian really won this battle is because they had way more cavalry than Austria.
Oh yeah, certainly.
For sure.
I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the numbers here, I mean, I'm just going from memory.
I mean, the exact casualties are
I'm just
unknown.
going from memory here, but like, I think the Austrians had like 6,500 people, and like I think like 3,300 were infantry, compared to the Polish-Lithuanian, who had like 6,000 men, but had way less infantry and way more cavalry as a ratio. So
Archduke's army suffered much heavier losses.
I mean,
I think
I'm
about
just going from memory
2,000,
here, but
I recall.
I'm just saying, if you want to,
I think
you
the
want to
Poles
win a war,
lost
though,
about 1,000.
you got to have the cavalry to back you up.
Yeah.
Because you can't just have the infantry.
For sure.
And also, I think they had a few cannons, the Polish-Lithuanians. Yeah.
They had something. I don't know. I mean, well, I know, but,
not quite yet.
You know.
All right, you want to move on to another battle? I mean, again, this Battle of Bassignana, everyone really, it's another. We're going over the well-known ones this time.
Yeah. It's not even really something.
Yeah, this is like second grade stuff here.
Yeah, I learned this when I was like 5. Actually.
Yeah.
Like not even second grade.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, like I said, I was self-taught, so I was a little bit behind the curve than you guys.
All right. So, do you guys want to change?
For me, it's kind of a mix. I kind of realized that the teachings were a little bit off.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the time and brush up on it myself using more reliable sources.
You guys want to switch gears a little bit and go into more of mechanics and like engineering subjects on Wikipedia here?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
All
right, here's one.
You could do that.
We're talking about auto-defrost.
Auto-defrost. Yeah, that's a really good topic. You said it yourself, you know. That's just everyone knows.
All right. I mean, as everyone knows, the defrost mechanism in a refrigerator, it basically heats the cooling element, evaporator coil, for a short period of time and melts the frost that's formed on it. And this is all in a refrigerator. I mean, again, this is like kindergarten stuff. And the resulting water drains through a duct in the back of the unit.
Yeah.
It's controlled by an electronic timer.
Yeah, usually.
Usually for about 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 hours of compressor operation. It turns on a frost heater for, I would say, 15 minutes to half an hour.
I think so. Is that right? Like, I'm trying to remember all this from memory.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Like, what's my experience? Like, isn't there like, I can't remember how much power like this uses. Like, is it?
I think it has a typical power rating of 350 watts to 600 watts. I actually looked at one the other day. It's mounted just below the evaporator.
Well, I mean, if you want a deluxe freezer from Appliance Direct.
Well, it's just the one in. We're just talking about the one in top and bottom freezer models. Yeah, if you're talking about just a normal
freezer, you're probably running like 450 watts on that bad boy.
It's sometimes also in the middle of the evaporator and side-by-side models.
You can just,
yeah. You know.
I mean...
In older refrigerators, the timer actually ran continuously.
But
as I said, the newer designs, the timer only runs, at those intervals.
Yeah, but when the compressor's running, you don't want to have that timer going on, because then you're just gonna have really short times where all the water's gonna pool up, and eventually your house will actually flood completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget to mention, the more the refrigerator doors close, the less the heater will be on.
Yeah, I mean,
more energy.
Yeah, that's the third law of auto-defrost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought so. Yeah.
A defrost thermostat, opens.
I kind of skipped over this chapter in defrostology 101. But
I mean, it's kind of easy to catch on to after so long of doing it, though.
Well,
we've been dealing with this
it's
stuff
all
for
about
many years.
What you do every day, isn't it? That's what they say.
Yeah, I mean, it's even used for freezers now. It was originally applied to the refrigerator only, of course.
Yeah.
But a combined refrigerator or freezer, which applies self-defrosting to the refrigerator compartment, is only usually called partial frost free or semi-automatic defrost, as we all know. Some brands call these auto-defrost.
You get a lot more frost than the separate freezer ones in that one. It can't go too hot in there.
So, most call them auto-defrost, while Frigidaire, that son of a bitch, referred to their semi-automatic models as cyclomatic.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I hate Frigidaire. Honestly. They were founded 100 years ago. I mean, how haven't they gone out of business already?
I know, I mean, come on.
You
would have thought that like some like trust owner would have like risen up from his grave and like killed the founder or something.
You'd have thought they would have died in the war.
Kelvinator acted like they were any better and named the models Cyclic Defrost. I mean, come on, that's
everyone
obviously
knows
just,
that refrigerator companies are scams. I mean,
yeah.
And basically, I mean, there's no one who applies this, perfect model.
All they do
is
sell you really well engineered pieces of metal and plastic that have been carefully arranged in the perfect combination along with electrical wiring, and they sell it to you like they had to actually like pay people to make it.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't implement the actual auto defrost effect like they used to in the old days. I mean, this technique is just, it's
lost to the ages a little bit, I think.
All this engineering involved just completely gone after this, this scam stuff. Frigidaire and everyone. I mean, I just don't buy refrigerators anymore. I don't have a refrigerator in my house. I work on these, every day, but I don't have one myself. I don't really have a place to put food.
That's all right.
I don't have food in my house.
I think the only freezers that can be trusted nowadays is the ones that I find on the side of my 7-Eleven. I think those are probably the best quality.
That and like ones from thrift stores that are all like moldy and stuff, because if they're moldy,
because those are when you look at them, they're the old ones.
They're built to last.
They're made with the real auto defrost. They're built to last. Look at them; they're lasting as you see it in the thrift store.
The older they are, the more impervious to time they are. I think that really rings true.
But you look at a Frigidaire, or even like a Kelvinator, like you don't know how long it's gonna last, because it's probably only less than a month old.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of all the advantages if they just switched back to auto defrost instead of just big chunks of metal. I mean, there's no need to manually defrost the frost buildup, hence power consumption doesn't increase with time. Food packaging is easier to see because it's clear of frost. Most foods don't stick together either. Smells are limited.
Well said. Yeah.
Better temperature management. There are just so many advantages, and it's just so sad. I mean, I guess they look at the disadvantages and they kind of just say, okay, let's just make scams instead. They probably know.
Yeah, let's just overprice these fridges by like a lot of money.
They look at the other options and they're probably like, oh, the system could be more expensive to run when the usage is high and the fan continues to start to run when the door is open. They think that's bad. A safety device is required to be connected with a heating element. They don't want to have a safety device. They're not safety. They're scam. On hot, humid days, the condensation will sometimes form around the refrigerator doors. They don't want that. They just want a big chunk of metal to look pretty.
Yeah.
So people will buy it. They don't want. They know you're not going to buy a moldy refrigerator from the thrift store. But all the experienced people who have seen the refrigerators from the good old days will know. Those refrigerators are the ones to get.
I hate how the refrigerator industry nowadays overplays the dangers of mold and how it's dangerous to your health when it's not. It's just a good sign of when you have a good refrigeration system.
It just works. It's condensation.
Yeah, exactly. It just works.
Do you know what else? Do you know what else comes from a mold? Cheese.
Yeah. So what? You're saying you don't want...
And you put cheese in your refrigerator to eat. You're saying you don't want mold. You're saying you don't want cheese?
Exactly.
Come on now.
You know what else comes from a mold? All kinds of soy sauce, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's fermented, but it's come on, it's basically the same thing.
I mean, it's if you don't like the things you eat, you don't have to buy a refrigerator in the first place, Don't just go out and buy a big chunk of metal thinking you like this food when you don't. Maybe no one likes cheese. Maybe no one really likes cheese. They think they like cheese, but they really hate it. Once it shows its true colors.
Yeah, cheese can have some weird colors. Let's talk about... I think the cheese industry is a little bit of a scam, too, because blue cheese, it's not even blue. It's not even blue.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the cheese industry.
I think that's worth talking about. I think we could tackle blue cheese really quick, or something. Cheese. These are all scams. It's
not even blue. It's black and if you called it,
it's just a general classification for cheeses that
if you called it normal cheese with black spots everywhere, would people buy it? No, they gotta mislead you. It's the only way.
I mean,
which I guess makes sense. They're just trying to survive out there, but in the meantime, they're
cultures
hurting the economy, hurting the consumer, hurting the planet. Did you know that every wheel of blue cheese kills at least 23 African children?
Really?
Yeah, every second.
Oh my god.
I mean, think about it. This cheese, it's believed that this cheese was actually discovered by accident when cheese is restored in natural temperatures in moisture-controlled caves. So if I were the person who first discovered this, I would know right away, hey, that's some bad cheese, all right? This is not something people want to just, eat.
Yeah.
This is bad mold. What kind of mold is it? Starts with a P. It's
I think
Penicillium, if I recall.
No.
Penicillium?
It's perpendicular or something.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with I think I've heard that in the context of diseases or something.
Perpendicular Roquefort.
The penicillin. Penicillin disease.
Yeah, it gives you some really nasty stuff.
Why does no one connect the dots anymore?
Whatever it is, it's really bad. Whatever it is, it's really bad.
They just see words next to other words,
people
and
just
they
get
think
blue
that
cheese.
It does the other.
Nobody connects the dots. They buy a big chunk of metal and put some blue cheese in it. What the hell is that gonna do? They want to eat that, but I
wish they'd just be honest.
They don't like cheese.
About the cheese. I should just tell the truth about the cheese. I wish they'd just tell everyone what they really think about cheese.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're an African, in Africa, and you're looking for cheese, you might just want to look in South Africa, where they have Kwaito cheese, the South African cheese. It's a cow's milk cheese made by the Ndezi River Cheese Company in South Africa.
I think that's actually the only kind of cheese that doesn't kill Africans in some way or form. That's the only kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could come on. You can trust the Ndezi River Cheese Company.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a local brand.
In South Africa.
I
mean, the name Kwaito comes from the Isikamtho language and is similar to the English slang term "cool." How about that for a cheese?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Who
can
doesn't
trust
want
that.
a cool cheese?
You can trust that cheese any day of the week.
You could trust that cheese. It's also the name of a genre. Kwaito, I'm talking about. It's also the name of a genre of popular music in South Africa.
That's nice cheese.
It's pretty cool cheese, if you ask me. That's cool cheese.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I've been listening to a lot of Kwaito lately, and I'm amazed at the pure creativity from some of these artists.
All right, do you guys want to? I'll just click on a random article a couple times and see what we get.
Before we steer away from Kwaito, I just want to say, if you're interested in it at all, check out Bongo Mappin'. Like they're like one of the greatest Kwaito bands that I've ever heard. So check them out when you get the chance.
All right, I'll check them out. Yeah, I know most of the bands.
Yeah. All right, I got a good
listening to that one. My last visit in South Africa, but
yeah, wasn't that like Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I can't keep track of. Anyway, let's move on to some modern politics here. The American, the ACCP. I think we all know what the ACCP is.
Yeah, it's
the nonprofit organization formed in 2002.
Yeah, by a group of politically influential antiques dealers, collectors, and lawyers.
Yes.
States.
Let me think for a minute. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, their goal.
That rings a bell.
I think the Ashton Hawkins said their goal is to inform the public on arts issues, if I remember correctly.
And where were they based in? New York?
Yeah,
headquarters in New York, I believe.
Yeah, New York.
Yeah, they're kind of just informing the public on arts issues.
But they do have representatives in Washington.
It's now defunct though, and its website culturalpolicycouncil.org has been removed from the web, which is kind of a shame. Of course they don't really need the internet to do all their work.
I mean, yeah.
Like this is just a really good organization for a good cause. They were in the forefront of cultural heritage protection debates during the American 2003 invasion of Iraq. I mean, it's a great organization.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, they did some good things. Mm-hmm. Do you guys remember the book Who Owns the Past?
Well, yeah.
Cultural Policy, Cultural Property, and the Law.
Oh, yeah.
Law 17.
Yeah, the book from
101.com.
I believe so. It intends to propagate the legitimacy of the ability of museums and private collectors in the U.S. to own art from other
I'm pretty
countries.
Sure it did a good job.
It attends to is what I said.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it of course attempts to, and it does a pretty good job.
I'd say it does a stellar job, actually.
Very good job.
All right, that's enough of that. Next.
You guys want to talk about Oppenheimer Holdings?
Oh, yeah, sure, we can talk about
that. All right. Oppenheimer Holdings, of course. Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like companies that last more than 100 years because they should have gone out of business already. Their time's been up for a while.
Yeah, it's an investment bank. Full service investment firm. Kind of getting old, you know.
But whatever.
Yeah.
We can mention it.
Still offers, the same old investment banking, financial advisory services,
sponsored by
capital
Oppenheimer
market services.
Invest now.
So I do remember
opco.com.
Yeah.
They were good people. They have 3,500 employees plus.
Including us.
Including us now. We're in that number.
Even though they are over 136 years old now, I remember reading back in like the early 1900s, back when trust stuff was going on and kind of important.
Yeah.
So this was, shortly after they were founded.
Oh yeah.
They've only been around for like 20 years.
Yeah. They were actually for a government mandated company age. So the idea was after 100 years, corporations would be able to cease to exist. But clearly, they're defying those own policies that they had 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right, well, that's been our sponsor. Moving on.
Yeah, they're a great company.
Talk about
Yeah, great company. Didn't pay us. I mean, they did pay us, but don't.
All right.
Fuck.
Oh well, wait, hold on. I got something interesting. What's the name of that? I'm trying to think of that cruiser. It was like an Italian cruiser.
I think there's a lot of cruisers.
Was it the Pisa class?
Yeah. I want to say Amalfi.
Yeah. It was for.
It was the Pisa class. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was the Pisa class armored cruiser.
Yeah.
The Italian Royal Navy. It was laid down in 1905 and launched in 1908. I think the 5th of May.
Huh. Yeah, I think the 5th of May is launched. Yeah, but it was completed. In September of the next year. And it was sunk up like 6 years later.
Yeah, it was used during the Italo-Turkish War of 1911
it didn't
to 12,
actually sink during then.
When it operated with the Italian fleet of Tripoli in September 1911. It did some stuff.
Yeah, but
participated in the.
I think I remember ultimately it was sunk by a U-boat during World War One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, that really sucked.
I remember reading about that
U-boats.
And crying so long that I had to be excused from the library because my tears were actually turning into little piles of salt that were getting stuck to the tables.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get them off, and I was kicked out permanently from the library after I read that.
That's really sad stuff.
Yeah.
I mean that used to happen to me a lot, but I kind of got used to this stuff.
I remember.
It's kind of
Remember, I know this is gonna be a little mainstream, but back, I remember reading the article for Henry Clay, and I read of his death. That was probably the saddest part in history for me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, his death. Oh man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Should we talk about Henry Clay a little bit?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, he's been done to death, but
we could talk about Henry Clay's death. I mean, June 29th, 1852.
Yeah, it's a date that will go down to infamy, as we all know. Henry Clay is one of those.
Yeah. Let's talk about the date Henry Clay died. You want to talk about Henry Clay first?
I mean, we all know who he is in and out. I mean,
you just want to talk about the day he died.
You just keep thinking you keep reading history and you think, okay, Henry Clay's got to be dead at this point. But he's not. It turns out he's not. But I mean, Henry Clay's just one of those people who you think's dead, but he died in 1851. I mean, who would have thought? I mean,
yeah, he worked to keep the Union together, even when it hurt his own career.
I mean, let me just go on a little speech here. Think about one disagreement you had with a friend. How did it turn out? Did one of you win, or were you both able to talk about what you wanted and come to a compromise?
That reminds me of Henry Clay. He was famous for getting people and even entire states to compromise.
Exactly. Before Henry Clay died on June 29th, 1852, he was famous for getting people, even entire states.
This is a bit of an urban legend
to compromise
in my circles, but I heard that Henry Clay was even able to work out a compromise between a boulder and a catapult.
Oh, I heard about that one. I think it's true.
I didn't hear. I actually hear about this.
I read up on it once. I thought that was just some kind of folktale I heard, but I read up on it.
I didn't hear about this. I feel left out about this, guys. Can you?
Okay, well, it's basically what I just said. There was boulder and a catapult. They were kind of the boulder obviously didn't want to hit a castle or anything.
Obviously,
the catapult did with the boulder, and so Henry Clay was able to work out a compromise where he cut out 3/5 of the boulder.
Oh.
And put it into the catapult.
What about the other?
And the catapult only launched the 3/5.
Oh my god!
And it worked perfectly. It ended in just peace. They came out of the castle and just shook hands.
Was the other 2/5 like in the
end of story
Smithsonian or something? Because I would have put that right in the museum.
Let's not speak about the other 2/5.
Oh,
that's kind of
Oh, sorry.
Let's just neglect that.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
Okay,
that was
sorry.
kind of a...
was that rude?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. Sometimes
kind of came off as if you. It's fine. Let's just go to the next.
I didn't mean it like that.
No. We get
it.
It's fine.
I'm as much of a Henry Clay kind of guy as anyone else, but I mean, sometimes it just
I mean, we could just move off the topic of Henry Clay for now.
Gets the better of you, and
yeah, it happens to all of us. We could talk about we could talk about some different people.
Let's move on.
So let's talk about the
Alright, you guys want to do you want this to be the last topic?
Yeah, I don't think we can really.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't.
Yeah.
I kind of want.
I mean, we've been going on for an hour
about history now. That kind of has its bad taste in my mouth.
Alright, sure.
After that, I mean.
Alright,
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Just stop. Alright,
I think that's
is that a wrap for the podcast? Or
thanks for watching.
We'll talk about it.
That's a wrap
or more
tomorrow.
So
thanks for watching. More podcasts when we talk about the same exact things we talked about today.
I think I owe you $20, Jake. I'll give that to you tomorrow.
Oh, alright, sure.
Just meet me by the soda machine in the lounge.
Alright, got it.
But we're next to the printer.
Alright, yeah, I'll look out for that.
And Adam, I think I owe you
you owe me a lot.
At least $300. I'll get that to you next Christmas.
I mean, this
Levi.
Been over the course of
Levi.
You said that.
Yeah,
you said that for
do we have to talk about
2 different Christmases? I mean, this has been going on.
Yes,
for
we do
4
have
years.
to talk about this. You've been neglecting
You've always had this debt
for the past 4 years now.
Jake, I'm.
Well, we kind of. I mean,
I'm repairing.
I'd like to get this done with.
I'm repaying you
I'd like to get this done with. I mean, even Jake is getting pretty annoyed about this. I mean, I need that money. Do you have the money or not?
Adam, I'll I might I mean there.
Dude, you can just be honest. Just tell him you don't have the money. It's gonna save us a lot of time.
God, my grandmother's he just got back from New York.
Come on.
All right, bye guys.
Don't give us the story.
Bye guys. I'm going.
God damn.
No, she just got back.
Jesus.
Grandma,
God, if he pulls that one more time.
What the fuck is he doing?
Grandma, where are you?
I mean, I almost believed this excuse last Christmas when she's still alive. But
yeah, and plus, even if she was still alive, twice in a row. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, let alone be at the front door.
Yeah.
Walking in your house.
Unless she's like a zombie or something.
It's just...
yeah, my grandma's here. She just
got here
not.
From... No.
She just came back from...
Alright, Levi, Levi.
Her trip.
Levi, you might not remember this because I didn't come, but I was one of your invitations to her funeral. You know that, right?
That's a different grandma.
This doesn't work
a different
anymore.
Grandma.
No.
Different grandma. No.
You only had one more grandma at the time.
No, I have like 7 grandmas. No, I have, my parents have divorced
I've never
like
heard
20
of them.
times each. And then like their parents, it's like a spiral.
And each one of them comes like after Christmas, when I ask you for my money.
Yeah, it's really weird actually. I mean, I don't think you should really think about that too much.
All right, now let's think about the money. Do you have?
Oh shit! She just walked in the door. Sorry, I gotta go.
God damn it!
He doesn't have a grandma. I mean, what am I gonna do? I told him to just pay by putting the money in the soda machine because I always dig through the money in there anyway. I'll know it's his. It'll smell disgusting. I mean, it's like, it's just been empty for 4 years. Has he given you anything?
No.
I mean, he owes you $20. I mean, is he gonna? Do you think he's gonna give you even that?
He's used pretty much the same excuse, except not the grandma excuse. He's told me, he always says like he's got to go to the bank to like withdraw to give me the money. And he goes and he never comes back. And when I asked him where he was, he just like makes up all these dumb excuses for like how he was delayed and he completely forgot.
Oh, you know what? No, he went to the bank once. Well, he supposedly did. And I asked him what he was doing. And he said he was at the hospital because his grandma was having some...
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that.
Like, it's as if everything... Like, all of his excuses, all of this stuff happens, revolving around his grandma. Whenever we ask him for some money, it's always his grandma. And it seems to have never stopped even after she's dead.
Oh, shit.
I mean...
Hey, you gonna...
Guys?
What?
Yeah, guys, my grandma just, like, packed up and, left back for New York. Because she's out to, like, catch her flight.
I mean, all you have to do is put it in the fucking soda machine.
Well, I mean, I said...
Like I told you.
I mean, we always meet near
dig
the
through that thing.
soda machine. Sometimes, if you're not there on time, I, like, put it in there. I mean, sure.
Look. You have to give Jake his money directly, but I open the soda machine every day, taking whoever's money pays me, which is not you, and then whoever buys the soda, I take that money too.
Well, I mean, I thought I like paid you back like when my grandma came to town. Like,
what time are you talking about?
It was like last Christmas. Like,
this has been.
Don't you remember? Like,
the past 4 years, like, you've always been mentioning your grandma. It doesn't matter which grandma.
I put like $50.
Yeah, that's in the span of the 4 years where you always just made up excuses relating to your grandmas.
Yeah, and you told it was yours after he told that he found it.
Did I still owe you?
Yes.
After that?
I mean, listen.
I mean, I thought $50 was enough.
I made it clear that I found the $50 in the soda machine. That was the day when we had some booming business, keep in mind. And then after I said that, you had this like long pause.
Yeah, because my grandma started calling me.
I gave you that. You said you gave me that.
Yeah, because my grandma just like called. I remember like talking to you, and like my grandma just started calling me, and like I had to pick up the phone, so I had to stop talking to you.
All right. Okay. So when do you think he could give me the $300?
I mean, like, shit, like maybe next Christmas.
Oh yeah, next Christmas when your dead grandma knocks on the door.
Yeah, no, Levi, no.
I have a lot of grandmas. All right, they're a lot to handle.
Just tell us if you can't pay. All right.
No, I can. Next Christmas.
No, you've said that 3 times already. We're not gonna fall for this again.
I mean, I'm giving you a decent wage. All right.
I mean,
it's not like you can't afford this.
I mean,
like I know your income.
I mean, but
well, your grandma died.
That was like
probably had to put some.
That
money
was like
into
1.5 Christmases ago. I'm over it at this point.
Okay.
Like,
so should be no problem in paying me the money then.
I mean, like, yeah, like next Christmas.
I don't think that's gonna work.
What are you doing between now and next Christmas?
Preparing.
Yeah, what makes it so that you
don't pay?
I'm preparing for Christmas. I mean, what do you do?
As soon as Christmas ends, you just start preparing for Christmas again. Is that right? You take everything down and then you just start nailing things back into your walls until it's Christmas.
I mean, not necessarily, but like maybe like I probably wait like a week after Christmas ends. I mean, I don't like immediately.
So
start going back.
It has been a week after Christmas ends, and I remember right after Christmas, I asked you for the money because you said
didn't do that
2 years ago. Christmas.
You didn't ask me.
And next anything. Christmas, you said you'll give me the money next Christmas, so I didn't mention it during Christmas Day. But after Christmas, I asked.
And
again.
yes, he did. I was there. I was definitely there.
And then you said your grandma's in the hospital.
I mean, yeah, I had to like leave right then to see her because she's in the hospital.
Okay. All right. Well, she's dead now.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good thing I went and saw her in her final hours. I mean, instead of talking about some stupid fucking $300.
So right after you witnessed your grandma dying. Right after your grandma died, you just went back home and started getting ready for the next Christmas. Is that what I'm hearing? Like you just,
like I said, there's
not
like
even
a week
delay. You just
maybe.
Nailing
that. I mean, I like. It's not like immediate.
But no time in that week.
I mean,
you said you could possibly give me that money.
Can we like talk about some like Wikipedia article or something?
No, we're done with that. We're done with that, dude.
You guys.
We're done. We're done with the podcast. We're done with the podcast. Wait, what's this red light? Oh shit! We're still streaming live. We're still streaming live. Oh shit! Guys. Shit. It's kind of stir.
Oh shit!
All right, so we'll be back next. We'll be back next.
No, I'm busy then.
We'll be back next Christmas. Yeah, why the fuck are you busy on Christmas?
I've got some family coming in.
What family?
I mean, yeah, they're dead, Levi. I mean,
I don't really want to say
you're
what
saying
family.
You're gonna be busy on Christmas, but with who? Are you?
I mean, it's to say it's
you just celebrate by yourself or something.
I mean,
you get ready for Christmas for a year, then you celebrate by yourself. Is that right?
I just want to point that out. We don't have to do this. I mean,
yeah. You know what?
All
right. You want to end it now? I think it's about time.
All right.
Okay. So all right. That's all, folks. All for now.
All right.
Toodaloo.
All right.
Ta-ta. Goodbye.